Okay, we're back. Next video, I don't know how many videos we got. We got a lot. I'm just breaking it down into sections. Um, so we're continuing on the plumbing here. We're going to be attaching these two pieces next. Okay, this is your trigger or your ball valve. You could see down there how this handle is literally, there's a plastic white seal and a metal ball. So we don't want to, we want to make sure we don't get any contamination to interfere there with that seal. Okay, I also want to make sure that how I want this oriented on the actual pipe for releasing is going to benefit me. So I'm going to look at the orientation. I like this orientation. I want it to be closed and to come towards me so I can get a quick release. So that's how I'm going to orientate it, like that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our Teflon tape. I'm going to take my glove off. Part of my glove, or the glove, using a glove makes it a little more challenging when you're putting Teflon on, because the Teflon slips on the glove. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my hand to apply the Teflon. That's so much easier. And I'm going to go around 2 times, and I slowly work it down towards the bottom, and that's done. Then I'm going to take the pipe, just push it into the groove. It's not moving, that's good. I'm going to do the same on the other side. If it's dirty, take a wire brush, clean it, make sure nothing's there, blow it off, and then put your Teflon tape. Make sure your Teflon tape too doesn't have any dirt on it. You don't want to trap any dirt or debris in there, because it could actually cause a leak. You won't get a good seal. So again, we're going to go ahead and hold that down with your finger. Try to leave a little bit of the edge exposed so you can get that thread started, so you don't cross thread it, as we learned in the last video. I think that was because I had the tape too close to the edge. Go around 1.5, 2 times in the direction that you're tightening. So as I'm tightening, that the end of the thread is going to be laid down and not turned into. Okay, that's how you clockwise you tighten it. Now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to be very, very light with this sealant, because I do not want the sealant getting inside and messing with my ball valve. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to start below the half and just put a very thin coat and not get anywhere near the end of that, the end of the nipple here. You can see I'm putting a very light coat, and I've only gone halfway down. Okay, that way, as I put it in here, I don't have any of that sealant that's going to be close to the inside of this ball valve. Okay. Again, make sure you don't cross thread it, so make sure you get that started straight up and down. Okay, should move very freely. If you feel any resistance, question whether it's cross threading. Hold it away from you, make sure it's vertical. Okay, make sure it's vertical. So now we got that started. You can see I haven't even hit the compound yet, so I'm tightening that up, hand tight. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply compound to the opposite side. Okay. Again, we don't want compound going inside the pipe. So if you have anything on the edge, make sure you wipe that away and make sure there's nothing in here. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead, lift this up, and again, make sure you don't cross thread. I'm going to keep saying that because that's the easiest way of ruining a $10 or $15 elbow. You want to make sure you get it threaded in straight and easy. Okay, so once you get it straight and easy, all right, now what I'm going to do is flip it around, because the camera's on that side of the table and it's easier to tighten towards you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open it up and actually use the fitting itself. Again, we have an elbow here. If you drive the elbow or tighten it too far into this nipple too far into the elbow will crack along this seam. You can see there's a welded seam here. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure that you go in at least half of your threads, but that you don't go in all the way, so you don't split and crack the elbow and make it basically essentially non-working. So then you'd have to take this all apart and replace your elbow with a new elbow. So I'm going to be diligent about not over tightening this. Okay, I'm kind of getting close to a point here where I got 4, maybe 5 threads left, and it's starting to get hard to tighten, so I don't want to risk breaking it. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to go ahead and hold that. I'm going to get another wrench here that I can use to grip on here. Let's see if this will work. Yep, that'll work. And now what I can do is actually use this pipe wrench to hold this in place. Okay. So this way, this wrench will prevent this from continuing to tighten into here and hold it so I could still spin this on to the nipple. Okay. So I'm going to try and get one more circle around this. You could also use another pipe wrench, which I have. I had this handy, so I wanted to make it quick and easier and convenient. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. So what I'm going to do, take this off. I'm going to spin the barrel around. And I'm going to look down the barrel and make sure that this handle looks perpendicular to the pipe, and that the pipe looks straight with my chamber. And it looks good. I'm going to go ahead and remove this tag. And this now is our trigger. Okay. I got a bunch of extra paste, so I'm just going to take this rag, take the paste off so I don't get it all over the place, and do that on both sides here. Clean it up. There's no reason to have the paste all over the place, so you just need it inside where the threads are meeting thread. Okay guys, that's pretty much almost it. The last step is going to be gluing this slip. It's a threaded slip fitting, because this is the thread part, this is a slip part. We're going to basically take our pipe, cut it down to length. We're going to glue it on the pipe, okay? Or we could cut the pipe afterwards. And then we're going to thread this in, okay? And that will complete the pipe, the cannon. We'll continue in another video.